So you've told us a bit about Matt Worldwide and like your Real Connection series, but I just sort of want to understand like how are you going to turn this into something to help others?
Yeah, good question. Um, so I guess to better understand that, I guess we need to understand my background because I'm just some bloke, right? And you're like, well, how are you? Um, what makes me able to talk about what I'm about to talk about? And I'm not a trained psychologist. I'm just going on my life story and what's happened to me. Um, Without going into detail, I had a very successful 20s and 30s, working in the fashion industry. Some top line notes: I produced London Fashion Week for a number of seasons as co-producer. And if you look at, the hierarchy of, how an event is organized, at the top of the tree is the producer. So I co-produced London Fashion Week for a number of seasons. I've produced events all over the world for private clients. I work directly for Rupert Murdoch. I've been involved in some amazing life experiences through work and just generally. And I think I said at the beginning, I seemingly on the outside, I've got everything going for me. And yet I still suffered from, bouts of depression and a downward spiral, and had problems in my marriage, had problems with my kids, just withdrew. And yeah, I just needed to turn myself around. And so in the process of those sort of 6 months of doing exactly that, I've now have formulated a way of being able to show other people how to do that. And the reconnecting is obviously one part of that. The retracing your life story is another part of that. But really, this breaks down to a few ways. We've got my Chat to Matt, which literally is a one-on-one 6-weekly session. So you do 2 hours per week. That's your commitment as a client. And we go through and unpack your life story. We notice if there's any patterns of behavioral patterns. We kind of stress test your thought process, how you make decisions under pressure. And we do that through real life activities and experiences, which I won't go into in detail because that's part of the private side of what I do. But over the 6 weeks, we do a number of activities, and we do a number of one-on-one face-to-face sessions. So by the end of that 6 weeks, you have a real clear understanding of how you got to where you are, how you view the world and why you react in certain ways to certain things, ways you can reduce that, ways you can reduce anxiety and just that feeling of dread when you wake up, ways of how you can quieten down the noises in your head as the head hits the pillow, ways that you can go out and socialize without feeling that you're a fucking charity case and you're joining a men's group. So lots of positive real world ways of being able to dig yourself out of a hole. So that's the Chat to Matt 6-week one-on-one client side. Then we've got the Matt Worldwide, which kind of encompasses podcasts, encompasses the social media and the YouTube channel, and really just shows people through meeting with professionals, people similar to me that, again, on the outside look like they're flying, but actually are struggling on the inside. Just to really paint a picture that there are so many alternatives and so much help and so many ways that you can get yourself out of this funk. And then beyond that, I guess once people have been through my 6-week reset and have kind of joined Matt Worldwide, and do subscribe to the podcast, then we have a network. And once we've got that network, then we can do larger scale events, whether that's private dinners with kind of high profile clients who want to stay fairly anonymous, to going on farm tours where we can see how there's a whole new paradigm for growing and getting food to people that doesn't involve pesticides, doesn't involve big multinational companies, just involves community. And then I guess the last side of that is just for all of us to connect and just realize that everybody, no matter who they are, is going through their struggles. And if we can just improve our own mental fortitude and grow our connections and our community, then we'll be a lot more resilient to deal with what life has to throw at us.
Well, that's amazing, Matt. It's awesome to hear, because coming from like someone that's a bit younger, like myself, I'm 22, and I'm at this stage of life now where all of my friends are starting to move away whether it's up the coast, overseas, all that sort of stuff. Like, you've really shown how important it is to just keep that connection there with them, like whilst they're still here, and like just try not to lose those friendships over the years, like, because obviously it can easily just slip away. But
Yeah, it does.
yeah, awesome. Well, thanks for your time, Matt. Like, that was awesome. Loved it. I can't wait to see how your Real Connection series goes and all that, and just see how everything goes for you. I wish you the best.
Cheers, brother.